Hi and welcome to Whisky Shared. In this episode I'll be reviewing Summerton Bottle of the Month for October, Mackmyra Moment Skogshallon. Hi, I'm Toby and this is Whisky Shared. This review is Mackmyra Moment Skogshallon, which is the Summerton Whisky Club Bottle of the Month for October 2019. As is usual with the Moment range, these boxes are very similar. I have reviewed the Moment Caribbean. I'll put a link up there so you can watch that if you'd like. They all come in this very familiar bottle. It has a recycled bicycle tyre around the waist, and these plaques are something for owners to keep. In Mackmyra's native Sweden, once they finish with the bottle and they recycle it, you can take the band off and you can keep the plaque as a memento for your limited edition bottle. This is a limited edition of 1,511 bottles, and this is number 921. As is usual with Moment releases, it comes with a little envelope with some barley in there, which is obviously where the single malt is made from. But what makes the Skogshallon special? Well, Skogshallon in, I hope I'm pronouncing it right, in Swedish means raspberry, and the Skogshallon in this instance means that the whiskey has been finished in wild raspberry wine casks. That's a bit of a mouthful. The whiskey itself is bottled at 44.4%, which is a theme on a number of Mackmyra Moment bottles. So I've never had a raspberry wine whiskey, so I suppose we need to open it and find out what it tastes like. Onto the whiskey. So it's a single malt whiskey. I don't know the age. Obviously it's at least 3 years old, but the age of the whiskey will be determined by the sort of flavour profile that the master blender at Mackmyra is trying to achieve. I put it in a Summerton glass I received at the Whisky Festival earlier this year. Well, you can definitely see it's got a reddish tinge to it. It's noticeably picked up that colour from the casks it's been in. But I've no idea, apart from fruit, what I'm supposed to expect from this. So let's see what it's like on the nose. Okay, so I get two things. I get really strong sort of malted cereal. That strong single malt is coming through on the nose. That malted barley is quite strong, but I'm also getting sort of summer fruits. Yeah, that raspberry is really strong. Lovely and sweet. Reminds me of fruit pies. I think I'm going to enjoy this. Right, let's see if the palate lives up to the nose. Really strong, intense flavour that comes through on the palate. Reminds me a little of a mulled wine. I think this, even though I thought gave me the impression it was more a summer, sort of late summer whiskey. Obviously we've just missed summer as it's the October release, but I'm more inclined to think this is a winter whiskey. It's not too hot and prickly. I think they've got the ABV right. There is a malty character that comes through, but the fruit is what dominates that that fruit. There's definitely some tannins in there. There's a little bit of dryness on the tongue. But let's go in for another go. See if I can pick up some more. Yeah, I get lots of dark stewed fruits, hint of apple as well, but it isn't like a sherried whiskey where you get sort of Christmas pudding and mince pies and things where fortified wines have been mixed with fruit. This is completely different. This is more like dark fruit pies. And yeah, definitely more like mulled wines, you know, those sort of hot winter drinks. That's what it reminds me of. Yeah, that's what it reminds me more of. It's quite clingy on the palate. I can see the legs on the glass. It really is clinging really well to the sides of this glass. It's very unusual. If I didn't know this was a whiskey, I'd be half inclined to think it was something else. But it's very pleasant. Let's go for one more. Yeah, I think because there's a maltiness in the background, you can't get away from the fact that it is a whiskey. Obviously you need a bit more time with it, but that initial hit, those fruits really confuse the palate into thinking it's more wine based. So that influence from the raspberry wine casks has had a big influence. This bottle from Mackmyra retails around £115. I was lucky enough to get it as part of the club subscription, which is only £50 a month delivered. This isn't a sponsored post. I'm a member. I pay out of my own money and have done for over a year now, and it's definitely something I wouldn't have picked. I wouldn't have chosen this. I wouldn't have gone out of my way and paid money for this because it's not on my radar. But I've been given a unique opportunity by being a member of the club to try something really unique and special. So yeah, definitely a nice whiskey, and it's completely different to any other whiskey I've ever tried. So yeah, I'd definitely give it a thumbs up. Sonja.
I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, why not give it a like or a comment, and please consider subscribing for more videos like this.